I'm Dr. Adilum Hansen, the Managing Director of Wider Perspectives Limited. I'm also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN. I'm also a member of the Nigerian Economic Society, and I'm happy to welcome you to the Wider Perspectives Limited and SME Conference. Oh, very interesting. Beyond the conference, because we've harnessed a database of SMEs in the states we operate in, which we call the BAR states, Bayelsa, Abia, Akwa Ibom, and Rivers State. And also beyond these states, we also operate. But most often, we have SMEs come from these states. Now, post forum, we have the Business Acceleration Program that is very open to every SME that's a part of the conference, because the conference is a platform to network, to engage with other stakeholders. But beyond that networking, we also want to see these businesses grow. So we have the Business Acceleration Program where we implement the recommendations from the conference, and then the areas where SMEs have challenges, we address those challenges, those pain points. Now, the Business Acceleration Program has packages like access to finance, access to markets, business diagnostics, capacity building where the need arises for the businesses, putting systems and structures in place for these businesses. So it's needs driven. Based on the needs identified, based on the needs of the SMEs, we help them, we work with them to address those needs. And then, interestingly, at the 10th SME conference, we're bringing a free business diagnostics on ground because we want the SMEs to come forward. Most of the time, maybe they are shy, but we want them to come forward with their um, pain points. We want to understand them right from the conference. So we're bringing that free business diagnostics to the 10th WPL SME conference this year. Wow, the this year's event, the 10th Wider Perspectives Limited SME conference, is special. It's special because it's been 10 years of impact, 10 years of engaging this very important sector, 10 years of also interacting with the large enterprises because we create linkages between the small businesses and large businesses. 10 years of engaging a lot of stakeholders that support this very important sector. And in this year's event, because it's 10 years, especially decade is not a small thing to go by. We've added a lot of spice to this year's program. We have an award aspect of the program where we recognize um, players or contributors to the SME space, the SME ecosystem. We also have the free business diagnostics that will be happening right there on ground. For those that have registered, you should receive a link that grants you access to actually fill the free business diagnostics form, and you interact with the business doctors on ground. That gives you a lot of advantage. We will also have the history of where we're coming from being played out at this SME conference. And then, very importantly, the regional integration, the BAR states. When we began the conference, in various states. We began in as individual states, Rivers, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Abia states. But we integrated last year, and we'll be having these BAR states attend this year's conference. So the regional integration from Bayelsa to Abia to Akwa Ibom to Rivers State, there's a lot of connection that can happen with the region playing and interacting with ourselves stronger. So this year's conference provides that platform, and you really can't miss it. The integration you will get from this year's conference beats a lot of um, yeah, it adds a lot of value to your business. It add a lot of value to your business. So that's some of the addition that we expect at this year's conference. Yes, so this year's theme, harnessing economic and investment opportunities is very relevant for the SMEs. Nigeria is a huge market filled with lots of opportunities that other players outside Nigeria run into the country to meet, to harness. Now, you will ask yourself, why do you have, with all the sometimes negative stories about Nigeria, you have a lot of non-Nigerians running into the country because they identify needs that need to be addressed. Now, Nigeria is a country with a lot of challenges, and these challenges need solutions. So you know that for every business, you create wealth for the business as a result of the challenges you meet. So these businesses, those foreign organizations or foreign individuals come into the country to address those challenges. So we have a huge consumer base as a country. Now there is a policy that the federal government has just enacted or has just shared, the Nigeria First policy, that is encouraging the use of Nigerian-made products, encouraging the use of made in Nigeria. Yeah, so because we have a huge consumer base, that creates a lot of opportunities for SMEs in various sectors. So SMEs can actually look at a particular value chain and or a particular value chain and provide solutions in whatever aspect of the value chain that they identified issues in. And then also harnessing the opportunities that the investment opportunities in the state through the policies that the federal government has put in place. Even the tax reform bill creates opportunities for SMEs to do business and the enable environment to do business without having to pay too high taxes that their businesses begin to suffer, and they're able to plow back more of the profit they make into growing their business. So the conference provides opportunities for these SMEs. And then also the markets. There's a huge opportunity to network. That way, you have access to diverse markets. Yes, we've talked about the consumer base, but even access to the market itself. Because of the interactions that will happen at the conference, and because the theme talks about harnessing opportunities, we've brought in various stakeholders. So the network is very strong, and SMEs will be able to key into this network to grow their business. Of course, there are also regulatory risks that affects businesses. You can't harness opportunities without addressing those risks. We will also have the players in that sector. We'll have the insurance bodies. We'll also have regulatory bodies that will address the challenges that SMEs always raise. So it creates the theme for this year really opens up opportunities for SMEs. Now, SMEs also complain, they want to go beyond just meeting people. They want the living environment to be able to function. The conference provides that platform for advocacy to ensure that the living environment is provided for SMEs to thrive. So yeah, this year's theme provides a lot of platform for SMEs to harness the opportunities, both economic and investment opportunities that presents itself, even beyond the bar states.